Well, breaking news coming in. There's been a dramatic twist in the Bangalore rape case. The police have arrested 2 teachers from the school in connection with the case. Both of them are gymnastics instructors. Meanwhile, the police has ruled out the direct involvement of the skating instructor who was arrested earlier. This is being seen as a huge embarrassment for the city police. The duo have been booked under Section 376D of the IPC, Section 4 and Section 5 of the Protection of Child from Sexual Offences Act.
Our DCP crime, Mr. Vibgyor, and the entire team have detected this particular case and have gathered evidence and have confirmed to ourselves that in this particular incident, these 2 persons, one by name Lalgiri, his age is 21 years and he is a gymnastics teacher in Vibgyor High School, and also Waseem Pasha, who is also a gymnastics teacher. Both have been found to be involved in this particular offence, and they have been arrested, interrogated, and now we'll continue to interrogate them based on police custody, which we'll seek before a magistrate.
Sir, what about Mustafa?
As far as Mustafa Pasha is concerned, the initial suspicion was on him in terms of the conduct, the behavior, and some amount of circumstantial evidence. And the kind of material that was found in his personal possession, etc., also indicated to such a tendency.
Well, my colleague Ratnika Sharma is now joining me live for more on this story. Ratnika, what exactly is going on? There seems to be a dramatic twist in the investigations. 2 gymnastics teachers, we understand, have in fact been arrested. But this does clearly point out to a completely botched up investigation. The police commissioner there coming out and saying that on the basis of initial evidence, they had in fact arrested Mustafa, but now almost giving him a clean chit, Ratnika.
Yes, Rishika. In fact, those 2 people have been arrested. One of them hails from Nepal, but has been living in Karnataka for a very long time. And the other one, Waseem Pasha, he's from Gulbarga, and they've been teaching in Vibgyor school for the last 3-4 years. While Mustafa has, the commissioner said that Mustafa had no direct involvement in the case. However, investigation is still going on. They still have him under interrogation, and because they're trying to find out what happened in the Dean's Academy last year. So definitely Mustafa is still under investigation, but the police has also confirmed that there was no dark room inside the school and that the incident happened on school premises. However, the date of incident that we've been thinking was July 2nd. The police has confirmed that the date of incident that happened was July 3rd, and at the time of incident, no teacher was present at that time. So this is what the commissioner has clarified in terms of sequence of events. The commissioner said that they tried to pry it out, in fact glean all the information out of the parent of the victim, both parents, mother and father, and because of the time lapse when the incident happened and when it was actually complained, because of the time lapse is why police took so much time. So even though initially they had arrested Mustafa, they later found out that 2 people, the 2 different gymnastics instructors who were involved with the rape.
Well, absolutely, Ratnika. We're going to try and make sense of this dramatic twist in the investigation. Stay on with us. We just like to play out for our viewers the reaction of the Bangalore Police Commissioner.
Our DCP crime, Mr. Vibgyor, and the entire team have detected this particular case and have gathered evidence and have confirmed to ourselves that in this particular incident, these 2 persons, one by name Lalgiri, his age is 21 years and he is a gymnastics teacher in Vibgyor High School, and also Waseem Pasha, who is also a gymnastics teacher. Both have been found to be involved in this particular offence, and they have been arrested, interrogated, and now we'll continue to interrogate them based on police custody, which we'll seek before a magistrate.
Sir, what about Mustafa?
As far as Mustafa Pasha is concerned, the initial suspicion was on him in terms of the conduct, the behavior and some amount of circumstantial evidence, and the kind of material that was found on his
Rolling.
In the investigation of the case of sexual offence against a 6-year-old child in Vibgyor High School, which was taken up in crime number 155 of 2014 in Vartur Police Station of Bangalore City, has come to a decisive stage. As part of the investigation, our team led by our Joint Commissioner Sharat Chandra and in particular led by our DCP of Crime, Mr. Abhishek Goyal, have put in a lot of hard work along with the other members of the team and have worked out this particular case, wherein it's come to their knowledge that two persons by name Lalgiri and Waseem, both of whom are gymnastics instructors in Vibgyor High School, were responsible for this offence. Therefore, they have been arrested under section 376D of Indian Penal Code and 4 and 6 of POCSO Act.
And the previous accused Mustafa.
Mustafa was arrested as a suspect accused in this case based on circumstantial evidence available at that point in time, and in this particular case where our evidence, as far as our evidence is concerned, when the incident happened, this gentleman was not, Mustafa was not present. However, our investigation continues to see if there are any links. If so, we will book them, is what it is.
So he's been booked for his role in his misconduct in the previous school. Can you elaborate on that?
Yes, a case has been taken up yesterday in Whitefield Police Station under POCSO Act again for his misconduct with girl children.
So also in that particular case, are you looking at some sort of action against the school as well for suppressing the truth over here?
We have taken a suo motu case at this point in time based on the information that was made available to us. We will look at all possibilities.
So the date of crime, that is 3rd of July or 2nd?
With the information now available, we confirm that it is on the 3rd of July.
So on a slightly different note, it has come to light that a woman was threatened on Facebook for passing some comments by somebody attached to some right-wing organization that whoever doesn't toe the line of the right-wing organization should be raped. A complaint has been filed. Can you elaborate on what kind of...
I'll ask my additional commissioner to respond to that.
Just a second.
So if you can come forward, sir.
All right, that was M.N. Reddy, the Commissioner of Police in Bangalore, clearly saying that prima facie circumstantial evidence put the needle of suspicion on Mustafa, who was in fact believed to be a repeat offender. But the decisive investigation has now pointed that there are two gymnastic instructors who are in fact guilty of the crime. Now, headlines today's Rohini Swami and Ratnika Sharma are joining me live on this story from Bangalore. Rohini, I'd just like to come to you first. There seems to be a clarification that the police commissioner has issued there on the botched up investigation, but the fact of the matter is that Mustafa, according to our reports, has proved to be a repeat offender. He was found guilty of crimes even at Dean's University, Dean's school, and then further he was in fact employed here, and that pornographic content that was found on his laptop. Clearly, can he be given a clean chit in this case?
Well, as of now, the police say that he's not being given a clean chit as such, but yes, he is not the prime accused or the first accused in this case. They have clarified now very clearly, the Bangalore Police Commissioner, that he was arrested under suspicion because they had found child pornography in his laptop. But more importantly, about the case where he was asked to leave from Dean's Academy, the previous school where he was employed, under that he has been booked under the POCSO Act for, and that's a separate case that Mustafa has been booked under. But in this particular case where we have been reporting on the alleged rape of a 6-year-old, Mustafa's direct involvement has been cleared. But yes, he continues under judicial custody, and they will be questioning him further as to what he would possibly know. The two gymnastic instructors now who have been arrested, they the police say they have enough evidence to show that they have direct involvement in this alleged rape of this 6-year-old child, and they will continue with investigation.
Well, absolutely. So prima facie circumstantial evidence had in fact pointed the needle of suspicion towards Mustafa. But as Rohini is in fact clarifying over there, and as we heard the Bangalore Police Commissioner in fact come out and say that a decisive investigation has showed that he is not directly involved in this particular case. However, he will be tried for previous offences. Ratnika Sharma is also joining me live from Bangalore. Ratnika, take us through where the investigation stands as of now. The two gymnastics instructors who have been arrested, what do we know about them?
What the police commissioner has said is that the two people, one of them, which is Lalgiri, hails from Nepal, but he's been settled in Karnataka for many years, and Waseem Pasha, his native is Gulbarga in Karnataka, but both of them have been staying in Bangalore for a long time, and in fact one of the accused has been teaching in Vibgyor school for the last 3 years, which is what shocked a lot of people here. So those are the two people, and that's what the police commissioner has said, and both of them are aged about 21 to 22 years old.
Right.
Rishika.
Right, absolutely. That does in fact also not exonerate the school. Rohini Swami is still with us. Rohini, does not in any way, take away the culpability from the school. The school is still equally responsible. All right, a noted social activist is also joining me on the phone line for more. Ma'am, I'd just like to ask you, we understand that there has in fact been, a slight twist in this Bangalore rape case. We understand that first the needle of suspicion was on the skating instructor. Now two gymnastics instructors have been arrested. But the larger question really is that the school authorities are still culpable in this case for not having conducted background checks. Sir, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So just like to ask you, with the dramatic twist that we're seeing in the Bangalore rape case, the police investigation seems to have botched up. They did arrest the skating instructor earlier. Now the needle of suspicion points towards two gymnastic instructors. Irrespective of who is found guilty, the school is still culpable for not having conducted those mandatory background checks, sir.
School is culpable, and I think they definitely, there's no turning back on that whole thing, because I think what we are also seeing is also an atrocious the lackadaisical approach of the school management.
Absolutely.
Because you don't even know what happens in your own premises, and then first the whole leads turn to that. So I'm actually questioning the veracity of the whole investigation process, both by the management as well as also by the police.
Absolutely.
And here the parent and the child are left hanging. One day you're saying this has happened, and and then you're also exposing, you're talking about a whole lot of children in a particular institution exposed, and you don't even know where the child is. Now all the parents will start wondering, okay, fine, these children were involved with this. Now, what about my child? Is my child not telling something that has already happened? Are they too scared to tell you? And I think this is what we are actually more worried about right now.
Right, absolutely. So the school definitely is culpable, but I'd also just like to ask you, the role of the Bangalore police and, the fact that they in fact arrested on the basis of prima facie circumstantial evidence, they arrested the skating instructor, now saying that the skating instructor is not directly involved, but it is in fact the two gymnastic teachers. The Bangalore police has also not inspired any confidence among the parents in this case, sir.
Not at all, not at all. And right now, if this has happened, for me, I'm also questioning the veracity of the whole process itself.
Right.
For me, my question is, I would like the system, I would like the police, I would like the government to help me believe that, my children are going to be safe, and this process is not really going to be helping me believe, and because it doesn't inspire any confidence in the whole machinery right now.
Well, absolutely. The botched up probe by the Bangalore police definitely not inspiring any confidence among parents. Thank you, Mr. Phillips, for speaking to Headlines today. We still have Ratnika Sharma and Rohini Swami live with us. Ratnika, I'd just like to go back to you. We were talking about the two gymnastics instructors who have in fact been arrested in this case. What is it, that has changed in terms of the investigation? What is the evidence that has in fact nailed these two gymnastics instructors?
What the police commissioner has been saying is that they cannot reveal much information about the case, but they've said that there's enough circumstantial evidence to book these two people, because they have gone through 200 hours of CCTV footage, and they've not only relied on the date that the girl has given, but also gone back and forth to all the timeline that the school had provided them, and they've gone through all that evidence and also gleaned a lot of information out of both the parents of the victim, and based on that they have come, and they're very sure right now that these two people are really the culprits in this case.
Right, Ratnika there in fact pointing out that the police has in fact gone through 200 hours of CCTV footage, and also obviously information that has been gathered from the victim and her parents have pointed to the gymnastic instructors. But you know, Ratnika, what we have been talking about is the fact that Mustafa's role cannot completely be ignored in this entire particular matter, because he has in fact been found guilty of misconduct with children in his previous institution. So clearly, while he may not be directly involved in this particular case, definitely he is also going to be culpable. He is also going to be held accountable for the crimes that he's committed previously, so he's not being given a clean chit technically.
Definitely, which is why under the POCSO guidelines that the police commissioner has said that they have told to the school, according to that also because he's a repeat offender and because of his misconduct in the previous school, which is the Dean's Academy, the police commissioner said even if they deem necessary, investigation will go on the Dean's Academy school as well, and also on Mustafa, which is why they have not let him out and not let him not given him a clean chit.
Well, absolutely, Ratnika. The big question that we're really asking here on Headlines today is that, is this a completely botched up probe? Because based on prima facie circumstantial evidence, with a lot of confidence, the Bangalore police had gone ahead and arrested the skating instructor. Now, of course, they have gone ahead and said that he is not directly involved, and it is in fact two gymnastics instructors who are involved in the case. I'd like to go back to Rohini Swami, who's also joining me at this point in time. Rohini, clearly the role of the Bangalore police and the way this entire investigation has been carried out has inspired absolutely no confidence among parents in Bangalore.
That's true in a way, but at the same time, the sequence of events, if we can just come out with that, is basically when the complaint letter was filed by the parents, when they got to know about it on the 14th of July, post which the investigations were started. The police also were under tremendous pressure to zero in on the accused. What they said is prima facie, on the basis of the information that they got, that they arrested Mustafa because they also during the investigation found that he had a lot of child pornography on his laptop and on questioning. But more importantly, the CCTV footage that they had received, and based on the analysis of the CCTV footage, they have also managed to zero in on these two particular gymnastic instructors. Now what the police are saying is that they had initially arrested Mustafa on suspicion. Further questioning has revealed his direct involvement has been cleared.
Right.
That means further to the investigation, these two gymnastic instructors have been arrested. But let me also tell you that very clearly we have information from a police source that say that they were also, the chairman of the school, Mr. Waseem Lalgiri, had involvement in terms of basically not giving out enough information to the investigating agencies. He had, when he heard about the whole case, come down to Bangalore, instructed the particular administrative officer who had conveyed to him about the alleged rape to let the story or let the issue not come out. And that is why he was arrested, and that is why investigations continue, and that is where the line of investigation has taken a turn.
Well, absolutely, Rohini, that is what brings me to my next question to you. We understand that Kerawala is still under police custody. He was in fact nabbed from Daman, and he has also been charged under various sections of the Juvenile Justice Act, of the POCSO Act, and of the IPC. Where do investigations stand as far as the founder and chairman of Vibgyor School is concerned at this point in time?
Well, Rishka, he is not under police custody. He is out on conditional bail, and the conditions being that he would report to the police every alternate day, and that he will not tamper with the evidence. This is one reason why. The reason because he did not reveal the information, and he had asked to basically subvert the investigation by not informing the police, is why he was arrested, but he was bailed out on conditional bail.
Rohini, stay on with us. Sandhya Bajaj, an ex-member of the NCPCR, is in fact also going to be joining us. I'd just like to go back to Ratnika at this point in time. Ratnika, you've been in touch with the parents. How are they responding to this dramatic turn of events?
Definitely, all parents are really shocked because every day in the last 2 weeks, in fact, they've been bombarded with shocking information. First, it was the skating instructor. First, in fact, the fact that the 6-year-old was raped in such an upmarket school in Bangalore, and then the next shocking event that
hold
the
that
skating
thought.
instructor is in
Sandhya
charge
Bajaj, ex-member of the NCPCR, is in fact joining us live for a perspective. Ma'am, thank you for speaking with Headlines today. Just like to ask you, with this entire botched up probe, with the Bangalore police inspiring absolutely no confidence in parents, how is it that insecure parents are in fact going to be dealing with this matter? What do you think is going to be the way forward?
It's very shocking. No blame the police. Police is doing in Karnataka and in UP. Everywhere police is really working. They are already in a bad manner. Everybody knows police is always making a story, false story. And then again, as they are doing, it's really hell and it's really pity. And I don't think this is the way to investigate. And I think so there should be a CBI inquiry for it.
Well, absolutely. There you have it. Ex-member of the NCPCR, in fact, saying that the Bangalore police's investigations are completely botched up, inspiring absolutely no confidence among already insecure parents, and the ex-member of the NCPCR, in fact, demanding a CBI inquiry into this particular matter. Ratnika Sharma is still live with me. Ratnika, take us through the response of the parents to this dramatic, turn of events that has taken place today.
As I was saying, that parents were really shocked when this entire incident happened in such an upmarket school in Bangalore, and after that there have been shocking incidences. First that the skating teacher was involved, and now that these two gymnastics teachers are involved. So what the parents are really feeling is that these are the teachers and people they've been meeting every day and at every parent-teacher meeting that they go to. So it's really unbelievable for them to think of these teachers and these people as the culprits and having done such a heinous crime. So definitely the parents are really shocked, and at this point when about 50 to 100 parents have pulled their kids out of the school and gone and admitted them in a different school in mid-session, definitely this is going to be to make a great impact on a lot of other people.
Absolutely.
And it's expected that more parents will pull out their kids.
Well, absolutely, more parents will in fact pull out their kids. The botched up probe by the Bangalore police has inspired absolutely no confidence in the parents who are in fact associated in this particular case. Also parents who have their kids studying in schools across Bangalore. We're going to continue to track developments on this.